Hello, welcome to my video. And today, I'm actually in fact straightforwardly debunking that the city of Rome and literally the Roman Empire was built by Mesopotamogrecians. You know, they actually current ethno-racially Romani. So it's going to be a rather short video. It's not going to be a lengthy video. And I'm actually in fact still straightforward debunking that the Iron Age, excuse me, correction age, the Iron Age Romans were some, how do you say it, ignorant Hicks that didn't know how to construct a simple mud hut. And supposedly crushed the really subhuman delusion that the genetically Mesopotamo-Grecians built Rome and everything and teach them the way to build anything grand and amazing and spectacular accomplishments. So, start. I asked ChatGPT. I tried to actually, in fact, most strongly directed as to bring scientific evidence and scientific proofs by scientifically confirming this with this. That's redundant in a way, because scientifically confirming it actually means bringing scientifically factual evidence and scientifically legitimate proofs, okay? So, I most accurately directed towards that, because ChatGPT has some medium tendency to go off track, as we say, as we clarify, not say. So, I still most robustly directed it towards to be still accurately factual. So, I began my sentence by saying, accurately bring me what did the race of Iron Age Romans build, innovated, brought to the world, and created by scientifically confirming it with scientific evidence and scientifically legitimate proof. Not bullshit. I'm actually, in fact, most diligently deleting any ambiguity, incorrect fuzziness that the ChatGPT brings forth to the conversation, and has the actually bad tendency to diverge and and incorrectify, as I will say, but it's not a word, to actually make incorrect statements is the right phrase. So, to give you a scientific accurate and well-sourced summary of what the Iron Age Romans built, innovated, and contributed to the world, can you please clarify the following? Are you referring specifically to the Roman Republic era, circa blah blah, also including the Roman Empire, blah blah? Are you interested in engineering, medicine, law, or only specific domains? Do you want a concise summary or a detailed structured report with the source and references? Once then I can begin this research for you. And I choose one. Both! But still, I'm actually in fact most strictly narrowing down to the genetically Iron Age Latins, Romans, and not to the genetically racially Mesopotamo-Grecian menace that came after. Understood, says the judge replied. I will identify the confirming, scientifically documented innovations, constructions, contribution made specifically by RNAs and prior to the exogenous cultural and genetic integration with the later ethnically Greek and Eastern Mediterranean influences. This will include archaeological, architectural, technological, cultural contributions supported by the legitimate scientific and scholarly sources, focusing on the developments from the Iron Age through the early Roman Republic. I will bring the receipts, let you know when I have the findings ready. It took 5 minutes, and they were 95. Remember, ChatGPT is not actually an AI, it's more like a source bringer of sorts. It has certain algorithms and operates within these algorithms. It doesn't do much of it does on the fact that it doesn't know its programming. Iron Age innovation lacked in pre-Greek influence. I didn't ask for pre-Greek influence. I asked whether genetically Iron Age Romans with possibly very minimal Mesopotamo-Grecian blood inside. The Iron Age Latins, the Latin are developed in a number of distinctive technologies and institutions before the heavy Eastern Mediterranean influence. As said, I actually clarified genetics, not influence as in cultural influence. Archaeology shows that in 8th and 9th century BC, the Latin cities were becoming urbanized entirely couplings on their own. As in DNA confirms that Iron Age Latins were genetically Western Mediterranean, similar to Etruscans and other Italic peoples with little Aegean, whatever. This is some really bullshit term, Aegean. Bullshit geographical term doesn't exist. Near Eastern admixture. Thus, the most early innovations arose from indigenous developments. Key examples include the 45 town planning, new building methods, extensive water management works, improving farming tools, early legal agrarian institutions, in this case archaeological evidence, fortification remains, foundation tools, drainage tools, etc. Identifies the Latin origin for the innovation. Urbanization and fortifications. In the early Iron Age, 9th, 8th century legends show the rise of true first roof cities. Archaeological note the many Latin settlements were enclosed in massive earth and stone rampants called ageres. Its fortifications date in the 8th century BCE and mark the emergence of independent Latin polis, whatever. Civitas, basically, with defined territories, academia, education. So it's scientifically. Oh my god. Stumbled. Anyway, it's scientifically academic, accurate source. Wait. And my throat is from all the air conditioning and shit. Oh my god. Nevertheless. Yeah. So it's a really accurate source. Academic education is one of the most scientifically accurate sources you can find. The accuracy and the rise of urban communities in early age Latin of centers produced by the powerful earthen Romans, the Geres, Ageres, the Magyars, that very center of those protect. You see? So it's backed up. Jarowski observes that Ageres, powerful earthen Romans faced with stone, apparently signaling the burgers, independent citizens of their own Ager land. Examining exhumes early words on the site like Gabi, Fidenae, in others in Latium. In effect, reading these Romans was innovation, town planning, and influence, reflecting indigenous moved towards urbanism. You see? That's actually factual. And so we started with the fundamentally smart innovations. We'll go to the greatly smart innovations, genius innovations. What's one of them, so to speed up, what's one of them, the most one, one of the most known? One of the most known is the Aqua Appia. And I will show you right now how it looks like. This is it. It's actually still, in fact, one of the greatest Iron Age Roman architectures. So the Iron Age Romans, when Hicks and Barbarians and some unsophisticated peoples and the Mesopotamogrecians showed them a way. That's bullshit. The least made Hotep-like server made up. It doesn't work that way. The Gypriot Shrek, and Shrek, I know you will be offended by this, but it's actually the truth. You always call everyone who's not genetically Mesopotamogrecian barbarian, but you still know deep inside that's actually not true, or you're really ignorant. The early ancient Romans actually built these magnificent structures. And they weren't so uneducated barbarians. Okay, now that's that's bullshit. Wait. I didn't want to open this. Anyway. Okay? Alright, so we're on the same page. Anyway. You've made your own mythomania myths in the estimate server there. Your own mythomania. Shrek just made the most sneakily propagandistic myths that the Iron Age Romans were complete hicks and didn't know how to wipe their ass or something. And he sneakily believes on this. He repeats one thing, like he found 2, 3, 5 max Mesopotamogrecians genetically in the span of 500 years. 500 years. And he wrongly thinks that those people built Rome. Nobody else built Rome. The Mesopotamians built Rome. That's wrong. This Cloaca Maxima is one of the most ingeniously complex drainage systems, sewer systems. And I know it's too low for you, but even Minoans had sewers, weren't they? So Minoans were lowly? I don't think so. You can say that. I don't think you can say that. The tribunals of plebs, 12 tablets. The 12 tablets first codified the Roman law. Britannica is pretty solid source. Also, one of the Roman innovations were the Servian wall in 4th century BC. After Gallic fortification. Now the Barbarians forms Forum Templaring. Also Global Maxima. What else? If I remember right, the Appian Way also. Via Appia. And Aqua Appia. That's Aqua Appia. If I made a mistake before, the aqueduct is the Aqua Appia, while the Via Appia is the Appian Way. Via Appia. Aqua Appia. Cloaca Maxima. Like that, you must pronounce it like that. And it's Appe in Orniesti. It's Appe. Appia will be like Akia, or whatever. Appe Akia. So, yeah, pretty much this is civil law concepts, patria potestas. So, the Iron Age Romans weren't some constructors documented by inscription, later Roman historians. By inscription, you see. And that copy is Frontinus account. Frontinus. The 12 tablets are attested by recent writers. Livy Dionysius translated by Romans Foundation. So, before that mixture, sources are like endless. You see? The Reynolds. So, in accurately factual conclusion, the Iron Age Romans were actually in fact not some unsophisticated barbarians in Hicks, but they were still the most magnificently ingenious and greatly achieving peoples the world has ever known. This is the video. Peace. Not peace, but you know, I love it.